So where are you guys from?
We are from Germany,
Yeah,
originally,
yeah.
but before we came here, we lived in Fairmont Hot Springs, British Columbia.
And did you live most of your life in Edmonton?
We lived for 30 years in Edmonton and then a little over 30 years in Fairmont Hot Springs.
Wow.
Yeah, so
And so how long have you guys been married?
we have been married for 66 years.
Wow.
Yeah, going on 67.
Wow. So what happened? So you were living in Fairmont and then all of a sudden something happened and you had to come back to Edmonton?
We had to come back to Edmonton because I had two times that I fainted.
Mm-hmm.
Went to the emergency and had a CAT scan done. I didn't have a stroke, but there was a little interruption in the brain where not enough oxygen was flowing to that part.
Oh.
That made me, without me knowing, I could faint right on the spot.
She did faint. She did faint right on the spot.
Really?
Yes.
And
I
so then,
had no idea. I recovered in two minutes.
Mhm.
Everything was because I had a little drooping
Mhm.
in my face and everything went back to normal.
Okay.
So it's a neuro
Yeah. Neuro thing.
yeah,
So-
problem.
When you were in the hospital then for quite a while here, weren't you?
I was in the hospital in Invermere for about 4 or 5 weeks. And then the kids decided, and we had decided, to come back to Edmonton where our children are.
Okay.
It's too far to drive.
Right.
So we came, Russell brought us back.
So Heinz, what happened while she was in the hospital? What did you do?
Well, our daughter was there, just had come a day before this happened to me.
Yeah, I did everything that I need to do on the car or on the outside and inside, and I just visited her and did all the things that were necessary to do.
Yeah. And so when she was in the hospital here in Edmonton, how often did you go see her?
Every day, from 8 o'clock in the morning till
Evening
5
5
o'clock.
that they took him home
Yeah.
to our daughter's place.
Wow.
Every day, he
Every
was
day.
there, all day long,
Okay. Wow.
holding hands.
And why did you do that?
I
Because
call it, we love each other.
and we need each other's
Yeah.
support.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So eventually, after you were in the hospital for quite a while, they eventually started looking to figure out where you needed to go live, right?
Yes, our children were looking for a place to us because I had told them, if I cannot be with Dad, I'm not going anywhere.
And at that time, the options were where
The options were, first of all, a long waiting list, and secondly, because of our differences in what our health differences, he would be on a different floor in a different room, and I would be in a different area. So I said, you can forget that. I'm not going. I put the children into a bad spot there because they tried as hard as they could, and then they found this place. And
We looked all over to
yeah,
find the right place for both of us.
yes.
Yeah.
And so, what is this place like?
This place is more like home, and the people, the staff,
Excellent.
is so
Very-
loving and kind and do everything for us.
Yeah.
We get fed 3 times a day, good meals, and I was at Christmas time, I was 102, and now after these weeks being here, I'm already 6 pounds higher, which I don't mind. I was way too slim.
And that's because the food is good.
Yeah, and we are relaxed, and we know we are in good care, and that makes a big difference.
Yeah.
Yes, yes.
So you went to the hospital not too long ago, right, Heinz?
Yes.
What
Yes.
happened?
All of a sudden, they said I had a stroke, but I didn't feel it very much. I felt hardly anything, but they took me from here. They called, and the ambulance came and took me to Royal Island.
And what happened when you were there?
Nothing nice. It was unreal to be in a hospital and to be cared like I was cared. Like when, for instance, bring me the food, yeah? When I lay in the bed just back, somebody, I had not closed, I closed the eyes, and all of a sudden food was there. And it was, no one helped me to prepare, to look at it or to eat it.
Open up with the
Yeah.
closed containers and so.
And they came, and after about 30 minutes, they took everything away. But mostly I had eaten nothing, and they took. Nobody came. Nobody looked at the food. They just took it away again, and it was good with me. I was happy. Like I was not hungry.
But so you couldn't open the containers, you're saying, and nobody
No.
was able to help you open it. So
No one.
You couldn't eat your food.
No one. There was no one there.
Right.
Yeah.
And you could walk.
And so you were there for 5 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Move, shower,
And no one was there to. I could walk out of the hospital. No one looked, gave me anything to. I just was on my own. I could go wherever I wanted in the hospital. No one ever looked at me, ever. In 5 weeks,
days.
4 days,
Five days.
in 5 days, yeah. Had no shower, had
no bath.
no bath, nothing.
And so they were just monitoring you? Is that what they were doing, or what were you doing there?
They were nothing was put on me. So I don't know.
Blood work.
Okay.
But he said he didn't see a doctor all the time.
I never saw or spoke to one of the doctors, ever.
Wow.
Not in 5 weeks.
Days.
5 days. 5 days. In 5 days, yeah.
So, can you tell me a little bit about, okay, so then you were happy to come home, were you? You were happy to come home?
Oh, sure, we're happy to come home.
That was heaven for me. Back to come home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And he was not told until that on Sunday, because people around here asked me, is Heinz coming home? I said, well, I don't think on Sunday they will release patients. And when I was sitting on my seat there, I can watch in the mirror the door, and I saw my son-in-law. And I looked around, and there was the brown ski jacket, and there was Heinz. That was such a good surprise. Oh, we were so happy to be back home for him. because this is our home now.
And you
Yeah.
feel happy here?
We
Very
feel
happy.
happy here with everything. The staff is just amazing, loving and kind. They
Very
call me
loving.
Mama Greta.
Mm-hmm.
Very lovely.
Yeah, and Daddy.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes.
So, and you think you'll stay here for a while?
Well, we'll stay here.
Yes,
This is your home.
yeah,
Yes,
that's how.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
And the children live close by. Not everyone, but most of them. And so in summertime, you can be outside. I got my strength back. I couldn't walk when I came out of the hospital, and now I'm walking by myself.
Wow, that's
Yeah.
great. So, if you were to say anything to Albertans or to people in Alberta or Edmonton, even about if you could help them in any way, what would you say?
I would say that for the seniors that need care when they come to the 80s and older, there is not enough available.
Yeah.
We have friends that are married for sure 65 years too.
Yeah.
Erwin.
Yeah.
His wife has dementia and he had a very slight stroke, so he's very capable of speaking and doing things. But they are in a facility, I didn't ask where they are, but she is in a different floor as he is on a different floor. And of course her department is under lock and key. He says now where she really needs me, I cannot be together with her. And he feels so sad.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you feel lucky because you're the exception.
Oh, we are so lucky. And friends that visit us,
Yeah.
they say, wow, you have such a good place.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so they say we have to think ahead because they are most at our age,
Yeah.
our friends.
Right.
Yeah,
They're very, very
they
fortunate.
are very
if you-
impressed when they walk around and with our room down there and where we sit and Heinz can watch his shows on TV.
Yeah.
And everything is very familiar. It's not
And
like
we
an
don't
institute.
feel under any pressure.
No,
Completely released. And it's very, very, very good.
Yeah.